We are pleased to receive tonight two faculty members, Dr. Khaoula Khllie, hello, hi,
Hello.
and Dr. Zoubida Benmamoun. So Dr. Khaoula Khllie is live from Canada, from Ottawa, Toronto, and Zoubida Benmamoun is live from Abu Dhabi. So let's begin by Lala Zoubida Benmamoun. She's a professor in engineering in Emirates Faculty of Technology in Abu Dhabi. She's an industrial engineer and a doctor in operation excellence and industrial engineering. Dr. Khaoula Khllie is with us from Canada. She's an education program manager and industrial engineer, PhD in quality management and optimization. She's also a professor in the simulation model, where they use optimization using artificial intelligence. So we know that today we cannot live without AI, and AI has a very important role in our life. AI technology improves business performance and productivity by automating processes or tasks that previously required hard human resources. Artificial intelligence also makes it possible to exploit data at a level that no human could never ever reach. So artificial intelligence has a lot of benefits. It makes our life easier in health industry, in the field of transport, in finance. It increases. It helps us to increase productivity. It reduces also the risk of errors, and also it has a lot of benefits in HR services. It's also help us to decide decisive roles in the customer experience. So the robots before was just a dream or just something that will happen in the future, but it's happening now and it's happening very fast. Robots have several advantages. So robots were invented in the beginning of the to do the dangerous tasks that men cannot do. After robots were charged to do the repetitive tasks that limits the man. But tomorrow, what robot will really do? It will perhaps cripple man and do everything in his place. Fortunately, for the moment, I just say for the moment, a robot cannot harm a human being. Because it's it's remaining passive, allow a human being to be exposed to danger, and the robot for now, I say till now, is just it must just obeys to orders given to it by human, unless such orders conflicts with the first law. So I will return now to our guests and ask the first question to Dr. Khaoula Khllie. What are some examples of using artificial intelligence in education in Canada?
Thank you, Dr. Fouad. So as we all know, artificial intelligence started in manufacturing. And lately, I started seeing the use of these optimization tools in education systems. And there are a lot of examples. One of the examples of the use of artificial intelligence in education is the automatic grading. So in traditional education, teachers spend a lot of time grading the exam. Let's say a teacher has 4 classes and each class has 30 students. That's a typical example, okay? So in total, he has 120 students, right?
It will take two or 3 days to finish the tasks.
Exactly. So if we consider that it takes only 3 minutes to correct the exam for
from
each
3 days, from 3 days to 3 minutes.
Exactly, that takes a lot of time. Now there are platforms that you can use to take exams, and you can get the results immediately after the exam. And this tool is used by a lot of schools here in Canada, and it's really making the life of the teacher much easier. And also, second, it saves a huge amount of time. So that's one of the examples of the use of artificial intelligence. And also, it does not only give grading, but also gives feedback to the teacher for the overall answers to help him improve the content of the course. So, for example, after the grading is done, it helps compile data and gives a summary on questions that students didn't answer correctly. So if many students didn't answer a question correctly, that means there is a potential of improvement of a specific concept or information in the course.
Yes.
So this helps the teacher target specific areas of improvement. And also, in the other hand, we know what works well in the course. So let's say there's a question, well, the majority of students answered correctly. That means that part of the course was well explained.
Yeah.
And it doesn't need improvement.
It helps to take the right decision.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we can see that some of the grading tools are more sophisticated and more complex, and it assesses also abstract essays like academic research papers. So it uses plagiarism detector, it uses grammar corrector, and a lot more of tools, which is great.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Khllie. And now I'll fly to Emirates with Lala Zoubida. So the same question: how artificial intelligence is well used in education in Emirates?
Thank you. First of all, thank you so much for المشيخة الطريقية القدرية البوتشيشية and ملتقى Foundation for the organization for all this great webinars. It's an opportunity also for us. My greetings go also for all فقيرات and فقراء. Thank you so much, Mr. Fouad, for the organization, and Dr. Khaoula with us. It's a pleasure again to be with you. Talking about the artificial intelligence, the artificial intelligence, it's a term that's growing. So the signification of artificial intelligence since 10 years, it's not the signification of today. That will not be the signification in 10 later years. So what we are needing, for example, when everybody was having COVID, and there is the lockdown, everyone have the obligation to study at home. So even I didn't think about using artificial intelligence. This was the only solution to study. So, for example, even if Morocco, yes, in Emirates we use it for grading, for everything, but even if for Morocco we was using this, so we was using the tools of artificial intelligence to do the class itself, to do the exams, to do all the assessments, and to follow up with the students. This is a great and not good tool to grade through the artificial intelligence, because it's help for cheating also. So in the same time, I will.
That side, that's the dark side of AI.
Yes, this is the negative side of it. So yes, for example, just in Emirates, I have the experience to teach them for the first session and in the beginning of the year with the just online classes, and it's not the same thing as the face-to-face. Of if you think later about if the face-to-face or the online classes or the artificial intelligence will replace the face-to-face and the real education. No, it can never. Yes, we are helping, but we need the face-to-face. We need it to follow up with students. Yes, with the with all the tools that we have for doing the classes is yes, we can do it, but it's not the same thing, because for example, just for I'm talking as an educator, so I don't see the feedback for students, so I don't understand why they did understand or didn't understand. This is the first thing.
What about Emirates? We know that Emirates is a digitalized country, so and it's a country which is full of AI. So in education, how they deal with artificial intelligence?
So
They use it.
they try to use, so the ranking, Emirates is first in the ranking for Arabic countries for education. Canada, Dr. Khaoula, of course, Canada will be for the first countries in the world, but Emirates for as Arabic country she is the first one also, and trying to do the best to be and to follow with artificial intelligence. For example, just as I studied industrial engineering in Morocco, so we have just some notion about it, so maybe 1 or 2 courses, that's all. Here in my curriculum that we are studying, this is an American curriculum, but we have 12 courses of artificial intelligence just in industrial engineering, because we are talking industry 4.0. So yes, we use it, we need it for everything.
Sorry, you said 12.
12 courses just in industrial engineering courses. This is just so the way that I have to teach students, it's not what with the classical way. So we need simulation with 3D simulation to simulate what we will see with many tools. We have robots, so robotics for us, it was something that maybe we will see it one day. For example, the robot that you have in your picture, it's something that you have in the university here. So, and we have the smart labs. So we prepare everything for this industry 4.0 to be in the university and each in university.
So the smell of artificial intelligence is everywhere. You felt this gap between teaching industrial engineering in Morocco and in UAI.
We don't have the same budget. This is the difference. So artificial intelligence so even for softwares, we know there are many expensive software. So not all the universities have the budget for. We don't have maybe for all the universities in Morocco, we have a budget for creating smart labs and having real smart labs for each field. For example, for studies, having the smart lab to imagine that the student can imagine how he will be in the company and what the company of the future will be.
Yes, it will make a big difference. Thank you very much, Zoubida. And now let's move to the second question for Khaoula Khllie. As an educational manager, administrative staff, how AI helps you in management and making decision, and how do you use it?
Yeah. So we use artificial intelligence a lot every day in our daily decisions and to take big decisions as well. We use a lot of questionnaires, especially with COVID. Parents received a lot of questionnaires to understand what procedures they want us to use in school to make them feel that their children are safe when they're in school. Yeah. So a lot of parents weren't happy to send their children back to school, and that was our goal as staff administrators to help them gain confidence on us, and we did it. So they are now back to school, and it's good. And also, now the education system is using another optimization tool, including simulation methods to decide on the start time of each school. So, for example, if 2 schools are closed by, and so if one starts at 8 a.m. in the morning, we use this optimization tool to decide when the other school should start, at 8:30 or at 9 a.m. And this in order to avoid route congestion, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So this optimization based on the number of students in that school and other parameters that will help us decide when all parents dropping their children by car will be gone, so the other parents can drop their children without having this problem of congestion. And I find it a great solution, and it makes parents save time.
Very nice, very nice. What about Emirates? Zoubida, as a professor, how artificial intelligence helps you in your daily stuff, and how it helps you in decision making?
Thank you, Fad. So, for artificial intelligence, it's something that we use now every day. And to be honest, it's the same thing. It was, as I was teaching in Morocco, we have the same system. So to manage the day, to manage the planning, the scheduling of courses. So we had, and this, I think in Morocco, we have great tools also, especially for private universities. So here, how we manage it. So I have assessments. I will just put it in system. So I cannot wait an email and something. So the assessment, the student, or he will work on group work. So in the system, we have something to manage it. And more than this, the artificial intelligence is something more than this, and we are working on it, is how to predict. Because with artificial intelligence, we are not having just robots who do for us, but we can do some prediction. And so, for example, we can work on prediction. So with, for example, the results of some previous assessment, like, for example, assignments and midterm exam, we can, for example, predict what the student will have the final exam, or how much he will have in the final exam. So I will manage before the grade or the bad grade in the of the course. I can manage this, and I have to do something.
You can avoid the bad surprises.
Yes. So that's how it's helping us. So we are able now to put everything on software, and that's helping us to get results, to compute for us. So if we want to put everything, and that for example, for softwares or for projects, we have something that can help us for grading and many other things. So artificial intelligence, if we want to talk about it, we need not just 1 hour, but we need month and years, and that's why all researchers not stopping working on it, because it's something changing and growing every day.
I think that is an important thing, because students invest a lot of money and time in learning, and if we wait till the point of having a mark, so it's done. But when we have this artificial intelligence that give us data in our way of learning, we can change things, we can correct some parameters and some data that will help us to have good solutions and the good results. And I think that the same thing in companies, not just in education, because when I have the data that I want at the good time, so I can avoid bad surprise, as we said before, for students. Thank you very much. And now, how AI could be an opportunity for education now and after, and also in the future. The question is for Khaoula. Let's move to Canada. We are between Canada and Emirates.
Thank you.
We will some miles.
Exactly. I would say that artificial intelligence is a great gift for all of us, but of course it has disadvantages and it has some limits. So the idea is to benefit from it as much as we can, learn about opportunities that are available, check what the other countries are doing, especially the countries that have the top quality education. And there are a lot of possibilities out there that can make a huge impact in, like, I mean, in our education system. There are examples that were used in education and it worked. For example, here in Canada, since the start of COVID, the use of artificial intelligence in education became more and more visible. So in elementary schools in Canada, they use timely online calendars for parents so they can access it at any moment of the day and check what their children are doing at that time.
Very important.
Yes, this is very important. And they can check when they are coming back to home, what they do to do, if there any homework, what they've done during the day. And it's a good strategy because it helps parents know what their kids are doing. And a lot of parents, like I've had it with my son, when he comes back to home and I ask him, what did you do at school? He either say, nothing, or I don't remember.
And kids, they hate this question. I remember when I was child, when my father asked me this question, it was good. But now he has the report in the end of the day.
Exactly.
Poor child. They have no solution to avoid this question anymore.
Exactly. Yeah, I find it's a great way to connect with the small kids at that time.
Yeah.
And also the other thing that they offer is a timely discussion board where parents can ask questions and then the staff of school can answer them within an hour, which is also amazing for parents. So even if they are not with them, but they know everything that's happening during their day.
Yeah. Mainly if they pay, we are a private system, when they pay money. And for them, once they pay money, they want to have a good product. So a good kids who with good marks. But when you give the system to parents, they become we create a partnership in educating these kids. It's not just the responsibility of the school, but we give also some responsibilities to the parents. They can not say anymore, I didn't know, you didn't tell me.
Exactly.
Now you have a system, you have robots that will give you all informations that you need for your kid. Thank you very much, Canada. And now let's move to Abu Dhabi. Lala Zoubida, what do you think artificial intelligence is given to the education world in the primary and the secondary and also in the high studies?
Thank you for this question. Yes, this is an opportunity. As the example that Dr. Khaoula had said, yes, this system is now everywhere. All the schools who have the budget, because it's demanding it's a question of time. Maybe the school began before the other, this country began before the other, but it's just a question of time to have the budget to buy this software or to buy this.
We are all going to the same destination.
Yes, we are all going on the same. So today something is so expensive, but when everyone will have it, so it's the same thing. It will be there. I will talk more about more in higher education, where I have more experience here. It is about labs. For example, for the labs that students are having in higher education, they can simulate what they will not just study in books. They will not just write about it. They will see and they will try it, and they will see how this robot will go on, this machine, how it will work. We will simulate with sophisticated simulations and softwares So we will simulate what we will have and how the plants will be, how the whole chain will be. And if we will have some problems, we can simulate it and have it. So we will not just imagine with the theoretical and the classical way of education. So we are advancing on this. So we can do many. It's a grateful tool to develop the imagination, to develop real work projects for students. So you will give them the real project that they work on it. And they, for example, when I will go to industry later on, I will not do many mistakes because I have done real simulation before. When I just study about theory, I will do many mistakes. So in this
even even if you will invest in raw materials or in products, you know that you will not lose your money. You know that it's the right decision that I have made because the artificial intelligence gave me all the simulations and all the case that could happen.
And the great thing that I came and they found amazing here in Emirates is the following up of the ministry. They are following very closely. I've just never imagined this following up with from the beginning of choosing the syllabus, choosing the program learning outcomes. So the outcomes they follow, and now you have to add these outcomes because students have to know about this. So they follow with you, and from this until the grade. If you didn't give just an easy final exam, if you didn't give grade the student well, so they follow and they audit everything. So that and like this, I think that Emirates will go very well in education, and we can see in ranking for Emirates in education is not stopping to grow and advance in many big countries. So they have very good rank now, and I see in the future they will be from the first one.
Yes, I think that it's hard for the administration staff and teachers, but it's the only way to have a good quality of education in a country. So I think that that's a success story that should be done in all over the world.
Yes, it's so hard, as you said. Yes, it's so hard for us to work on it, to prepare everything for the ministry. To they will maybe they will demand for you to repeat the work 100 times. It's no problem from them. The goal is to give to the students the best tools, the best softwares, the best way of teaching. They follow everything, even the PowerPoint slides, the teaching material, assessment, everything. So this following up, it's just amazing.
We feel now the subject of your PhD, which was excellence.
And we learn with them excellence.
Yes.
Yes, it's good to have confidence, and this encourage. We have artificial intelligence, so we will not, because it's new for me. I didn't study this before, so I will not teach it for students. No, I have to challenge myself to give the best of my best and search to give the best for their students and their citizens.
Yes, sure. Thank you very much, Lalla Zoubida. Lalla Khaoula. We all have been kids, and we know that in a school or in a high school we have clever students, and we have other students that would not follow the flow, and they fall in their process of learning. So how can artificial intelligence be a solution for those foreign students?
Yeah, I would say I talked about grading and how AI helps us with grading. So it's not only helps us with this, but it can also give us feedback. So when it gives feedback to students, each student gets feedback on concepts that he is missing or areas of improvement. And this is great because usually in traditional education, the teacher can give this feedback in the classroom in front of everybody. And this is not encouraging.
It's embarrassing, yeah.
Exactly. So when it comes from when it's the computer that telling you, you know, this is
Machine.
How you
It's natural.
It's a machine. Exactly. So
Yeah.
it's remove these feelings of making us uncomfortable or something, and then we accept this, and we like it makes us open to criticism, and we can improve our weaknesses.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Lala Khaoula. And what about Emirates, Lala Zoubida? We know that it's not easy for a student who fall in his studies, and perhaps after 10 or 15 years, he will want to study again, and he has this motivation to remake his life. How it's possible with AI?
So first, I will not talk about AI. I will talk about that what we have the foreign students. What I find also amazing here, I didn't know about this, is that even I have 50 years old, the company can come to me and propose for me to go to school back if you want to be promoted and to have a better salary. And in my classes, I have 95% of worker students. They are working and studying engineering. So I have students of 50 years, 55 years, 40 years, and 17 years. So it's no problem about, and many students tell me that there is 10 years ago, there is 20 years ago, I wasn't able to get my diploma and I forgot about it. But now I feel that I'm able to do everything to get it because it's
a second chance.
It's a second chance, and I want to have this opportunity. So what they are trying to have here is there is no bad student. There are just bad way of teaching. We are not all the same.
Very nice. Well said.
So how artificial will help us? So what we do here is we give a survey for the course for the finish, or when we finish every course. So there is a survey. The student will give feedback about the course. But one of the feedback that we demand to the student, how do you want the course be? What kind of people are you? What kind of person? Are you an active person, reflective person? Are you sensing person, intuitive? Are you visual? Because if I'm visual, it's not like I'm verbal. So it's not. If I'm sequential, we have very different personality. And in my courses, I cannot just write in the board or just do slides. So no, not one kind of teaching can be a solution. So go into my class, prepare the slides and go into the class and read the slides. The students now don't need this. We have YouTube, you have many tools to study. Yeah. So we have to use many kind of students that can help us. So if I use this, though, with the surveys, we put in the system and we can predict in the list, the next course, which tool my students need more. So I cannot predict it just like this. It's about my students, about the country where I am, with the class where I am, the university where I am, or the school where I am. So I have to follow up with all the students, and the artificial intelligence can be in our service just to help us to predict. So this is artificial intelligence. It's not cannot replace a human because it's not so smart as we can think. It's just a human who creates it.
Yeah.
So, but we can put, it's what the output or the data that we put in our artificial intelligence can give us great results. So with this, we can have, and we can help many students.
Okay, thank you very much. So now, ladies, let's talk about AI in other domains. So let's talk about what are the other domains that uses AI in Canada, for example. Let's begin with Canada and make life for citizens lighter, softer, and better.
Yes, of course. So artificial intelligence is used in so many areas in Canada. If I can say it's used in all areas in Canada here. So it's used in education, it's used in healthcare to reduce the waiting time for patients, to increase the benefits for them, and to minimize the medical errors. It's used in industry, manufacturing, it's used in banking all the time, and it's used in all aspects of management. The government, I mean, all the units of government are using AI to make the lives of citizens better.
Very nice. And how the new generation is dealing with AI?
I think the new generation is more open to AI than we were in their age. Like, I know this is learning about AI never stops. As Zoubida says, she has students who are 50 years old and they're still learning about those things. So it's great. We use AI every day, but we still learn it. It's always developing it. We always have new methods that we can use. So we never stop learning about it. The beautiful thing is that we don't have to use it until we are in university, or learn about it until we are in university. Of course, we have to have a lot of topics on it, subjects, as Dr. Zoubida says, more than 12 subjects are only in IA. But now I feel that also elementary schools have to start teaching AI to children, because they are very open to it and they can learn it very quickly.
They learn it fast. Yes, I think that the challenge is not with the kids; it's with the old people and the parents that should learn about AI, because their kids, they will
excel on it. Yeah.
they will excel on it, and we will have two languages: the traditional way and the AI way, and it can create confusion and collision between generations. I think that parents should now learn about AI, and just knowing about signification, about definitions, but just knowing how it works.
Sure. Yes. It definitely helps. Yeah, it's get this connection between.
Are there any courses for old people, for parents in AI?
Sorry?
Does the Canadian government gives some courses to the old people and to parents to prepare them for this change, for this metamorphose of the way of doing things in Canada?
Yeah, sure. This is a great thing about Canada, is that they have a lot of free courses about artificial intelligence.
And I think it's mandatory. It's mandatory also.
Yeah, yes. So parents have to learn about it, so they can help their kids achieve their goals. In school, for example, I told you that they use a lot of artificial intelligence. So you have to be aware of all of them, the tools that they are using at school, so you can help your kid at school. So this is mandatory.
They are learning together.
Exactly.
That's a very good thing. Thank you very much, Dr. Khaoula. Yalla Zoubida, what about Emirates?
So I will talk in general in Emirates. The first thing that maybe everyone see, and the first thing that everyone see, or tourists or everyone you want first time living here, is that there is no police in the streets. You cannot see a police. But the Abu Dhabi, for example, it was ranked the first city in the world, or the safest city in the world this year.
Wow.
Even if there is no police. Now,
perhaps there is no bodies, but I think that there are some.
There are artificial intelligence. So, so when we came the first time in Emirates, the first thing is to have they scan your digits, and if you do something, all the camp can read your your body, that can be read, and you will have to pay some thousands because they didn't follow the rules. So you cannot, no one is, you cannot see in the streets someone or not following the rules, because it's not about police, it's about artificial intelligence. So the police, they are in their offices and they are just following the cameras, and the cameras are scanning all what is not happening good. So
they don't miss anything. Everything is reported.
Exactly. But so like this, it was ranked the first and the first safest city in the world. So it's just amazing, and you can see it everywhere. Everything is working with application, with your digits, and everything you want to do, they tell you application. We have something that you call UFS, and they told you, do you confirm that you demand this? You have everywhere your phone number is linked with all your information. When you press your phone number, so you will receive just something. You are this person who this, you confirm, and you can open everything for all the administrative thing that you want. You can do it by phone. So everything, all the certificates, you can do it online. It's really everything you can do it like this. The first thing
that's even if you want to create your company, you just create it online. You don't have to, and you pay online, and everything is online. That's magic.
The only thing that you do face to face is to create your Emirates ID. Once you have your Emirates ID, no, you need anything. You need anything. So everything is done with artificial intelligence, and it's following. So for schools, you should search schools online. You will have answer online. You want to have your license, you will apply online, and they will give you answer online. You want equivalency for your diploma, you will upload everything online. Everything is done online. Everything is done with artificial intelligence. So as you have said, children of our kids of now, the future is so different, because they are growing up with this technologies, with this artificial intelligence. So before we said that the Z generation is it's the different generation. This generation with the artificial intelligence, we don't know if it's smart or not smart. So here we have to pay attention, because if we let our kids, our children, just using a lot this artificial intelligence, they cannot just let the computer intelligence and smart and not them. So
they can lose your human intelligence.
Yes. So we have to push them to not follow this a lot.
Yes. So believe me, the conversation is very, I can say funny, because there are a lot of informations, and it's really very useful. We had a lot of informations. I think that we should have another interview where we will talk with more details about using artificial intelligence in our daily life, and also in industry. Perhaps we have to both of you are industrial engineer. I think that we should after talk about using artificial intelligence in every domain. And thank you very much for giving us your time. I know that it's not the same time in Canada nor in Abu Dhabi, and it was not easy to find this moment for this live. Thank you very much, and see you very soon, inshallah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you again to the organization. Thank you so much to مشيخة التاريخية القديرية البوشيشية and المنتخب Foundation, and much greetings for all فقيرات and فقراء.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to be with you.